Welcome to Talking Crue, the unofficial Motley Crue podcast. I'm your host, Kevin Humphrey, where I talk all things in the world of Motley Crue. This is episode 73 this week, Tommy Lee's Tommyland Part 2, the album review. But first, this week in Motley news, John Corabi and the Dead Daisies will be releasing yet another single next month in the month of February. This song is called Crossroads. It comes out February the 28th. I asked the band if this is coming off a new Dead Daisies album. The only thing they did was like my comment. Now, I mentioned this a few weeks back in Motley News that John Corabi did an interview where he said that they were recording a blues rock album while they were recording the album Light 'Em Up. So I'm wondering if this is what he was referring to. When I find out more info, I'll let you guys know. There's a re-release of Motley Crue's Shout at the Devil Super 7 action figures. This time they're in black and white. So they actually look really cool. Will I get them? Probably not. I didn't really get the last ones either. But if you're a huge Motley Crue collector and going to get them, write me a comment down below. And thanks to my friend Scott Wall, he showed me the list of Record Store Day releases. On April the 12th, Motley Crue will release a picture vinyl of Smoking in the Boys' Room and Home Sweet Home for the 40th anniversary of Theater of Pain. Side A is Smoking in the Boys' Room, Side B is Home Sweet Home. I can't wait for this. This is absolutely freaking fantastic. Plus, the picture of the front is absolutely amazing. I love it. Just maybe somebody's listening to this show or saw the tweet of the poll that I posted on Twitter or X, whichever one you want to call it, where I asked about the 40th anniversary Theater of Pain album or box set. Would you want it? Would you not? I don't know. Maybe they're listening. Maybe they're watching. Who knows? But yeah, that's still freaking fantastic if you ask me. And that's it in Motley news. This is episode 73, Tommy Lee's Tommyland Part 2, the album review. On this week's episode, I'm just going to continue on what I'm calling the Tommy Lee series. I started it on episode 69, the Methods of Mayhem album review. Episode 70 was Methods of Mayhem live in Detroit, Michigan 2000 review. Episode 71 was Tommy Lee's Never a Dull Moment album review. Episode 72 was Tommy Lee's Tommyland Part 1, the book review. And that leads us to this week. So, let's go timeline on this album. After Tommy Lee released Never a Dull Moment, he went on a solo tour in 2002 where he actually played festivals. He was also the opening act for the band Static X. He even headlined some clubs with opener Headstrong. And he also hooked up with Ozfest 2002 with other bands like Black Label Society, POD, System of the Down, Rob Zombie, and the headliner was Ozzy Osbourne. After the tour, Tommy was super busy. He started writing the book Tommyland, which I talked about last week, episode 72. Plus, he started filming a reality TV show called Tommy Lee Goes to College, which I will do an episode on, as well as writing and recording this album, Tommyland, The Ride. So there's your timeline. So let's go info and facts on this album. The album was recorded at Mountain View Studios in Vancouver, Canada, and the Chop House in Los Angeles. It was produced by Tommy Lee and Scott Humphrey. Scott Humphrey did produce Motley Crue's Generation Swine. He did the Methods of Mayhem album, and he did Tommy Lee's Never a Dull Moment. And here he is again. The album was released on a self-independent label, Tommy Lee's Education Services. Now, I'm going to have to pull up my glasses to read this because Tommy wrote a very special message to all the record labels. I would like to personally thank all the major labels for having absolutely nothing to do with the recording, production, and the release of this record. So there's a big you know what to all the record labels. Classic Tommy. There's a ton of special guests on this album. Butch Walker, who plays guitar and vocals on this album. I know him more in the band South Gang. South Gang is an amazing band, especially that very first album. If you've never heard of South Gang, go look them up. Tainted Angel was like their first album. It's absolutely rocks. Matt Sorum does backing vocals on this album. He is the former drummer of the band The Cult and Guns N' Roses. Joel Madden does vocals, helps out on vocals, I should say. He's from the band Good Charlotte. Chris Chaney on bass. He was on the Methods of Mayhem album. Chad Kruger on guitar. He is the singer from Nickelback. Carl Bell on guitar. He's from the band The Fuel. Dave Navarro, lead guitarist. He is from the band Jane's Addiction, and once upon a time he was in the band The Red Hot Chili Peppers. That album, One Hot Minute, is really good. Derek Weebly, Whibley, on guitar. He's from the band Sum 41. Phil X on guitar. He is the guitarist for the band Bon Jovi. And Tommy Lee, of course. He plays drums and lead vocals on this. The album was released on August the 9th, 2005. It peaked at number 62 on the Billboard 200 charts, which I think is freaking fantastic. Just to be charted is freaking fantastic, if you ask me, especially around this time. There were 4 singles that came off this album, 2 of which got music videos: Trying to Be Me and Good Times, and then the other 2 were Hello Again and Make Believe. How many copies has this album sold? I really can't find an answer to this. If you know, write me a comment down below. I'd love to know. So there's your info and facts. So now let's go track by track on Tommy Lee's Tommyland, The Ride. I always like the pictures. The cartoonist on this is freaking fantastic. Roller coaster coming out of his ear, and then you got a roller coaster coming out of his heart. Really cool. So now let's go track by track. Track number 1 is Good Times. Starts off with an acoustic guitar and then picks up as Tommy sings. Fantastic lyrics, catchy chorus. Butch Walker helps out on the chorus. I absolutely freaking love this song. It's so good. Every time I hear it, it reminds me of spring. And when the first week of spring comes, I grab this album and listen to it for a whole entire week. I love this record. Song number 2 is Hello Again. It begins with some guitar and drums. Then Tommy sings. Absolutely heartfelt lyrics are absolutely amazing. Catchy chorus. Don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure that this song was written about his dad, who had passed away around this time. Absolutely incredible song. I love it. Song number 3 is Trying to Be Me. Starts off with a great guitar riff, then kicks right in. Great rocking song. Chad helps on this song. The lyrics are great. Catchy chorus. Tommy's vocals are absolutely amazing on this one. This song is so freaking good. Song number 4 is Sister Mary. This one kicks right in. Absolutely fantastic song. Carl Bell helps out on this one. Great lyrics, catchy chorus. Tommy's vocals and drumming stand out on this song especially. Great guitar solo. I love this song. Absolutely incredible. Love it. When you listen to this song, you can't get it out of your head. That's how catchy this song is. Song number 5, track number 5, it's not really a song. It's called The Butler. This one has Robin Leach as special guest as the butler. Robin Leach is famous for a TV show back in the 80s called Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous. I actually would watch this, just the beginning part, to see whose houses he was going to show. And sometimes I would watch it, sometimes I wouldn't. But yeah, it was a good show. The message is on an answer machine. He even mentions Motley Crue. So it's not really a song, it's kind of a comedy bit. But to me, this one actually works. It's way better than Mr. Shitty. It's way better than Mr. One of Your Other Shit stuff off of Methods of Mayhem. To me, maybe it's because it's in the middle of the album instead of the last thing. Maybe that's why it works, or maybe it's because of Robin Leach. Who knows? Song number 6 is Tired. It begins with a drum beat, then kicks right in. Joel Madden helps out on this one on the chorus. This one rocks. Fantastic groove in it. Lyrics are great, catchy chorus. This song's all about Tommy. Love's in his life. So he does mention a little bit of Heather, and he mentions Pamela as well, which is great. It's very different. I actually love it. It's really good. Song number 7 is I Need You. Starts off with this eerie sound as a special guest who's not listed. Andrew McMahon sings. He is from the band Something Corporate. Lyrics are good, catchy chorus. It's a great, great ballad. Tommy plays the drums on this one, so he doesn't sing at all on this track. It's a great song. Now, Andrew's voice reminds me of James Michael from 6 a.m., so it's kind of that high registered kind of singing voice. It's really good, though. Song number 8 is Make Believe. This one starts right in, kind of a mellow vibe, then picks up on the chorus. Great lyrics, good chorus. It's a one of those little roller coaster songs, which I'm a big fan of, but for me, this song is just okay. Song number 9 is Making Me Crazy. Begins with a piano as a lady starts singing, and her name is Victoria Harrison, or she's also known as Dirty Harry. Sounds great with some laid-back drumming. Then the chorus picks up with Tommy and her singing together during the chorus, which sounds absolutely freaking fantastic. It's another one of the roller coaster songs as it goes back down and then it comes right back up. Her voice is really good with Tommy's. Her voice to me reminds me of a little bit of Stevie Nicks, which is really good. Great vibe, love it. There's a breakdown part of them singing to a drum beat, then back up. It's so freaking good. This song is so freaking good if you never checked it out. Making Me Crazy. Song number 10 is What You Lose. This one kicks right in, very up tempo, then picks up on the chorus, so it even picks up even more. Great lyrics, catchy chorus. Tommy's vocals are great on this one. It's just a great rockin' song. Song number 11 is Say Goodbye. Starts off with an acoustic guitar. Tommy sings, and there's another guest. It's Nick Carter. That's right, that Nick Carter from the Backstreet Boys. Helps on the chorus. Fantastic lyrics, catchy chorus, really good guitar solo. I'm not sure who does the guitar solo on this song, but it's really good. Then it goes back down, then back up again. It's one of the roller coasters. I really like this song a lot. If you've not checked this one out, check this song out, Say Goodbye. Then there's a bonus track. Track number 12, Hello Again. And it's the acoustic version. It's fantastic. I love this version. It's just a guitar, acoustic guitar, and Tommy singing. For me, I actually love this version a whole lot better than I do the other one. It's a great bonus track and a great way to end the album. So that's the album. So I'm going to rate this album 1 out of 10. 1 being the worst, 10 being the best. I'm giving this album a 10. I love this album. Absolutely freaking love this album. I listen to this more than Never a Dull Moment, and I absolutely love that one as well. So every spring I grab this record and I listen to it all week long. So let's go least favorite. There is one song on my least favorite list, and that song is Make Believe. Even back then, it's never really gelled with me, and it still hasn't today. So if it's your favorite, I'm sorry. So let's go favorite songs. Is pretty much the rest of the record. Good Times, Hello Again, both versions. Trying to Be Me, Sister Mary, Tired, I Need You, Making Me Crazy, and Say Goodbye are my favorite songs off of this. So that leads homework this week. You rate this album 1 out of 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best. What's your least favorite song or songs? What's your favorite song or songs off of this album? And that's it for this week. Next week, I'm going to continue on with the Tommy Lee series with episode 74. I mentioned it earlier. Tommy Lee Goes to College review. I'll talk more about that next week. If you know anybody that's a Motley Crue fan, likes to talk about Motley Crue, hear about Motley Crue, send them this way. Hit that share button, copy the link, and send it to them. Tell them go on Google, Firefox, YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, and type in Talking Crue. All the episodes will pop up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button yourself. Give me a thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it, and it helps out the podcast a whole lot. I want to thank all my new subscribers, whether through YouTube, Facebook, or Spotify. Welcome aboard. Everybody who gave me thumbs ups, I greatly appreciate that as well. And everybody who's answering all the homework questions, I love that, and responding to other Crue fans. I'm about to lose my voice. And that's it for this week. I will see you guys next Friday, and you just took a ride on the wild side.